Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of Johnson's Court. Today, I'm super excited to be with you because the NFL divisional round starts right now. It doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start. Wait, tomorrow's that way. Yesterday's that way. It starts today, right now, right here. It is 11:37 as I'm recording this episode, but the first game doesn't kick off today until 4:30. So we've got quite a bit of time before the first game does kick off, but. With that being said, I want to recap the wild card weekend and tell you how, all of us did. So two of us had the same record, somebody had a different record. Did that person who had a different record, did they do better than the two people who had the same record? Well, I'll tell you right now, no, they didn't. And that person was Beagle. Beagle went 3-3, and Nick and myself went 4-2. So right now, there is no one in first place. There is someone in third place, but there is no one in first place. But could that all change here in the divisional round? Now, I'm going to go over the matchups that we have. And then Beagle and Nick did give me their picks, so I do have them before going on to this episode. And then obviously I'll give my picks as well. But, the first game is the Texans and Chiefs. And then later tonight, you've got the Commanders and Lions. And then on Sunday, you've got the Rams and the Eagles. And then you got the Ravens and the Bills. So both late games are going to be freaking phenomenal. You just hope that the earlier games today and tomorrow are also, there we go, sorry, that way as well. But I mean, you just never know. I mean, you hope so. But it's those one seeds playing the lowest seed. So we'll just kind of have to see there. Can the underdog get that win? Which, speaking of the underdog, the one underdog team that I think can pull up the upset is the Washington Commanders over the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions have played well all season. They are 15-2. They have the number one seed. They were the best team all year long. But they got hurt. And the list goes on and on for their defensive side. Now, yes, David Montgomery, I don't believe he's coming back. He had that significant knee injury, and if they're being smart, I don't think they're going to play him again. I don't think he's even close to being ready, but you never know. They have crazy doctors there, and it's playoff time, and you're trying to win a championship, and you get paid millions of dollars. So the mindset is different, completely different. But like I said, I think the Commanders can get the win over the Lions. Now, is that going to be my pick? I don't know yet, but we will get into that. But those are the four games that we have this weekend. So I'll go ahead and get into the first game. The first game is at 4:30 today. It is the Houston Texans playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, kind of how I said about the Detroit Lions being hurt, well, the Texans are kind of beat up too. With losing, their best wide receiver and Stephon Diggs, and then losing Tank Dell. You only have Nico Collins and whoever is left, and the wide receiver core baggage. I don't know. I just knew the starters' names. I don't really know the backup names. But then you got the Kansas City Chiefs, who, yeah, it's hard to bet against them. You can't really bet against them. Like, they know what they're doing. They know how to win. They've been in this position before. They've won the Super Bowl before, more than once. They are the better team here, and I do see them getting the win. Unfortunately, I don't want to pick them because I want somebody else to be a Super Bowl winner. I don't want the Chiefs to make it. But, all signs point to the Chiefs getting this win over the Houston Texans. That's my pick. Nick thinks the Chiefs will win as well, and so does Beagle. So we all have the same pick there. We all do think that the Chiefs will beat the Houston Texans. So there is that. For the next pick, which is the 8 o'clock game today, it is the Washington Commanders playing the Detroit Lions. Now, when I click on this game, it may be a little cold up there. One of the big headlines is from 14 minutes ago, will the Washington pull off the upset? They could do it, but, the Detroit, they've been playing well all year. And why would they fold now? I don't think they will, but the Commanders play very, very well. I was trying to see here if they had any other stats or anything like that, but never mind, they don't. Like I said, the Commanders are one of those teams that are so freaking good. Like 13-5, rookie QB. Does he get? And when I say put in his place, like your rookie QB is normally, I don't know if a rookie QB has ever won the Super Bowl in their year. Maybe if they're a backup or something, that could have happened. But will it happen with Jaden Daniels and the way that the Commanders split? Because they're playing hot right now. I mean, they were the second best team in the NFC East, right behind the Eagles, which potentially they still could have, beat the, won that division. Didn't, but could have. I just really see the Commanders. I've got a lot of hype around them. I see them developing, being real good in the next few years. But they have had a phenomenal first year, which is really awesome and really cool to see for them. If the Detroit Lions lose this game, it's because I think not only do they beat themselves, but they don't take the Commanders as seriously as they should. But I'm still going to go Lions here. I'm going to have the Lions advancing to the NFC Championship, and I'll tell you who I have them facing here in a second. But I do think that the Lions get this win, but I do honestly think it's probably like a 3-point win. I think it's going to be very, very close. There might be some fourth down calls that Dan Campbell is going for. So I'm going Lions. Nick is going Lions, and so is Beagle. So right off the bat, we're all 2-0 maybe. Maybe 0-2. We'll see what happens. Maybe 1-1. I don't know. But we have the same picks right now as each other. Gotta stay hydrated. And then tomorrow, on Sunday, it's the Los Angeles Rams playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, it's a crazy backstory with the Rams. They started off 1-5. Didn't think they were going to make the playoffs. Puka gets hurt. Cooper Kupp gets hurt. They're thinking about trading Cooper Kupp. They win out, basically. Excuse me. And they're able to beat the Vikings, who were honestly the second best team in the NFC, as they were, what were they, 14? Let me see here. They were 14-3. No, 14-4. Yeah, they were 14-4. So that's just kind of crazy to think they beat the second best team in the NFL this year, or maybe just in the NFC, but at least in the NFC. But the Rams are they've got nothing to lose, man. I mean, they're just playing downright out of their minds. They want to be there. They want to win another championship, the Las Vegas Rams organization, especially with everything going on in California. But it's not going to be any easy match going against the Eagles. They've got a great defense. Jalen Hurts has been to the NFC Championship. A.J. Brown's good. They've got a good roster. Barkley is potentially the MVP. Could be co-MVP depending on how they do it this year. I have no idea how they're going to do it, but we'll see. But I mean, not to say this game's a coin flip, but I think this game is also close as well. I don't think we'll see a blowout or anything, but I do see the Eagles edging it out and beating the Rams by 7 to 10 points. Let's see. Nick thinks the Eagles win as well, and so does Beagle. So right now we are 3 for 3. In our last game, honestly, I could see some of us probably being split, just because I wish this game was an AFC Championship game for the teams playing in it, because then that means the Chiefs would be out, but if the Chiefs do beat the Texans, then they're in the AFC Championship, and they will be playing one of these two teams, unfortunately. Don't know which ones yet, but we will find out. It's the Baltimore Ravens playing the Buffalo Bills at 6:30 on Sunday night. Going to be a phenomenal game. Going to be a great game, I feel like. Can never count out Buffalo. They are, one team that is just one organization that, it's Bills Mafia, man. I mean, Josh Allen is a dog. Everyone in the organizations are dogs, dude. They know how to win, especially in the cold. And it's a home game for them, so it's going to be cold. But then the Baltimore Ravens, man, they are on a tear, with getting Derrick Henry. And then, pairing him in the backfield with Lamar Jackson, that's a nightmare for defenses. It's how do you stop, one, but then how do you stop both of them? And it's okay, did he hand the ball off? Did he not hand the ball off? It's just a lot of confusion back there. But then Lamar Jackson can also throw the ball to his targets. Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, I think he's coming back. He was hurt last week, but he might be coming back. No, he's doubtful. He's not coming back. But he does also have other receivers. Win probability, as crazy as this sounds, guys, the Baltimore Ravens have a win probability of 52 to 48. I'm telling you, dude, this is the game of the week here, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody. So, super excited to see what happens. The Bills are 14-4. The Ravens are 13-5. I mean, I'm pretty sure that also counts the... No, because they're 18 weeks, so never mind. It doesn't. Sorry, whew, I talked a lot today. It's not a coin flip for me. I love the Ravens and I love the Bills. That's why I want to see this as an AFC Championship game. Is it the Bills' game to win? Can they get it done? Would they be a better match versus the Chiefs? I think the Ravens are a better match versus the Chiefs, and I think the Ravens, are going to get it done on the road. And if they don't, it's because of the cold weather. Now, I'm not saying, if they played in a dome stadium where it was warm and, weather wouldn't affect it. I mean, yes, weather does affect, how you play, people getting hurt, things like that. It's part of the game, guys. It's football. They get paid millions of dollars to do it, so you put that excuse out and, don't even think about it. The Bills could win this game. They're at a 48% chance to win this game. The tide can turn just like that. So I'm not saying that it won't. But me personally, I've got the Ravens because I think Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson being in the Super Bowl, I think that would be phenomenal to watch whoever that they would play in the Super Bowl. So I've got the Ravens. Nick is going the Bills, and Beagle is going the Ravens. So me and Beagle could both go 4-0. We could go 3-1. Or does Nick go 4-0? We will find out. We will see. I don't know what's going to happen. Could we go 0-4? That's highly, highly unlikely, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. But as crazy as that sounds, I did have the Bills as my Super Bowl winner. In my heart, I have them as the Super Bowl winner. But even if they don't, I would pick the Ravens to be my second Super Bowl winner. So, it all comes down to this game right here. I do hope that, either team gets this dub and, can beat the Chiefs. That is the goal in the AFC, just like it was with the Patriots. Everyone was trying to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots, and now we're all trying to beat Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is who, let's see. I have in the AFC Championship game, I've got the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Nick has the Chiefs versus the Bills. Beagle has the Chiefs versus the Ravens. In the NFC Championship, I've got the Lions, Eagles. Nick's got Lions, Eagles, and so does Beagle. So our NFC Championship game should look the same across all of it. And for the AFC, it might look a little different depending on who you went with this week. Let me know who you guys went with down in the comments. Please let us know. Like I said, these playoff records, 4-2, who's going to have the best playoff record, and then who's going to have the best total record as well. Because Nick already locked up the best regular season record. Who can take the playoff record home, and then who can take the overall record home? We will find out, ladies and gentlemen, here in just a few weeks. So thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Riley Johnson, signing off.